are live. Hello, everyone. Thank you for tuning into the Major League Creative Hour and a Bit, a show brought to you by the shadow monsters you see in the corner when you wake up and can't move in the middle of the night. Today, I am joined by my good friends, Scott and Sean, and we're going to be producing some imagery that, I don't know, we're going to see where it goes, and hopefully, it goes well. How are you guys doing today?
Fan-frickin-tastic, now that I'm here with you, sweet cheeks.
Aw. So starting this show out, Scott and I were talking about it last week, and I think for this week we're gonna establish a rule that we're not gonna write anything. That no words can be on the canvas today. Everything has to be an image.
Yeah, no dialogue, no labels, and I know this is going to be difficult, but probably no arrows.
Damn it! That's my greatest.
Justin, you know what? Why don't you actually set this one out?
I was gonna say is there's nobody better at pointing at stuff than me. So let's.
I think we should also keep the anthropomorphizing to a minimum.
Oh.
What are we gonna go for pure realism?
You know, I'm just saying, like, not everything needs to be a carrot.
That's fair. That's fair. Because
last time the prompt was, it was a cracker, and we gave him arms and headphones.
Typically, I find it's whatever the first prompt is that tends to become anthropomorphized.
I think that's a crutch we're all using creatively.
100%. Well,
that stops. You know, we make a character at the beginning to be the focal point, and then we just add things for that character to interact with. You know, like that's
do a landscape.
So let's do a landscape. I have the word generator open right now.
Okay.
All right. Give us
we'll start with a noun.
Okay.
All right. Well, this one will be good actually for a landscape.
I've been getting rusty artistically, and this is going to be a challenge. So please bear with me. I might have to cry at points because this might be hard.
We'll see how many rectangles are involved.
Oh,
well,
no.
Justin, it won't be too bad because your first prompt.
All right, Scott, 5 minutes on the board.
5 minutes have been on the board.
Prompt.
Your first prompt is powder.
Powder.
There's been a there's been a conspicuous lack of good skiing this year.
Oh.
I think we give the people what they want, and we make some beautiful powdered snow.
Yeah.
Okay.
What do we have? 5 minutes?
What do you think?
Picturesque mountains.
So maybe like just kind of keep it loose, and then we'll draw the hill coming out like that.
Oh yeah, we're landscaping it up already. Okay,
so it's not skiing unless there's like a big fuck you lodge. So we're gonna drag that out a little bit like that.
Yeah, I mean, I was gonna say there's definitely gonna be like other hills in the background too.
Yeah. So I'm gonna come in like that. So what I'm thinking is like a bit of a retreat with like a big. This is an oddly specific thing, but I went to school for like renovation and carpentry technologies, and architecture was a big part of that course. And one thing that we looked a lot at, because again, carpentry, is we looked at a lot of decks. Like there were so many, like how to build a deck, and like how to, like my teacher showed us how to build a deck in a weekend, which that's cool. But now every time I imagine like skiing or any kind of like infrastructure, like people would be like, I'm designing a skyscraper, and I'm like, wait a second, does it have a deck?
It's my wheelhouse right there. So what are we looking at right now? A deck?
So I'm drawing the deck, and then I'm going to draw the big like lodge.
So the way that this is position to me, makes it look like this lodge is in the background and this hill is in the foreground.
Yep.
Yeah, I think
This is
that's
a huge lodge.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, it's for rich people.
It's like square one.
this is fancy McLodgington Ville's
The deck
ski
alone is
lodge.
bigger than the house I
Well,
live in.
the one time I have ever been skiing in my life, my favorite part was hanging out in the lodge. Turns out skiing kind of sucks ass.
Skiing's awesome. I love skiing. My dad's a ski instructor.
Oh.
That every time you mention your dad, I'm always just a little bewildered by the skill if you
He's multifaceted as that, dude.
Getting
right
some Sean lore.
if you could tell me you're like at one point in the 90s my dad defused bombs, I'd be like I have no reason to question that.
The poutine at ski lodges are always top notch, though. Don't know why.
I've been tobogganing. I guess that's
It's like skiing.
Yeah, but
For little
not.
babies.
Yeah. Well, I mean, to be fair, I was closer to being a little baby than I am to my current age. So,
We all were.
I mean, when I
5
was
minutes ago.
Yeah, but not on average. You're closer to your current age.
Fair enough.
Mhm.
Holy
I don't know. I never
dog.
got the appeal of like skiing, snowboarding,
Snowboarding
water skiing, those sort of things.
Snowboarding, I feel like requires too much skill to like payback. Like, I feel like if you're not doing like tricks or like going off ramps, snowboarding isn't super fun. Skiing, I really like because you just go downhill. You like carve a little bit, you get the breeze, you kind of just think on your way down, and like there's the hills that I've gone on have been like really, they're not like mountains, like they're really commercialized and really like
Oh yeah.
really built, like really developed. So like there's like a stunt track where like there's little ramps and little half pipes, and then there's tracks that are like different difficulties, and it's a lot of fun. I really like
You know
it.
what tobogganing needs though that they can take from skiing are ski lifts.
Yeah,
I
something
would
to bring you back up.
Oh
I
dude,
would have killed for that as a kid.
so this is fucking genius. I went tobogganing with my brother who's an avid fisherman, and we tied the line to the sled so when my niece would go down we would just reel her back up the hill.
Yeah,
So
I saw that thing on Reddit the other day. The dude who had like the torque,
Yeah.
5,
the
4,
winch.
3, 2, 1.
There.
That's time.
Okay,
All
so
right.
not a single powder. We'll give us a pass on that because powder snow.
Yeah,
I don't think it really. I don't think we focus on the powder so much as Justin focused on this lodge on stilts.
Well,
The whole thing's on stilts.
I feel like
I forgot to draw stairs.
as long as the technical requirements are achieved, I think he can kind of do whatever.
I mean, we made all this up, man. Like we're in charge of the rules and the execution and everything.
Isn't that terrifying?
Why is the whole thing on stilts though, Justin?
Because I didn't draw stairs.
No, but why is it elevated in the first place?
Because if a lodge is going to be in an area where there's heavy snow, you want to elevate it above the ground so that way.
It's one of those famous Louisiana snow lodges. Okay.
I was
Yeah,
thinking,
you want
an area prone to flooding.
So I'm not even kidding. I was going off of the recent like image of what is a building in my brain, and I saw an image of Baba Yaga, the walking house on legs. And that was kind of what inspired it.
Baba Yaga she has a house on legs, but she rides around on a cauldron and she has chicken legs.
Yeah, so I imagine the house on like legs, and then I kind of put it on stilts. But I was just imagining a walking house, and that's kind of what inspired the vision.
I mean, if you're gonna build something on a mountain that's prone to avalanches, you want to make sure there's precisely 5 relatively thin points of failure that everything stands on.
Yeah, because then the whole thing slides down with the avalanche, Scott.
Yeah,
okay? The stilts fail, and the rest of it's a ski hill. Okay, you said you like tobogganing.
Yeah, even
nobody in there even bats an eye. They're eating their poutine in that fucking lodge, and the whole thing's just sliding down.
Yeah, everyone in the lodge who didn't go out skiing gets the opportunity to ski down the hill.
What kind of word do we want next?
All right,
Let's do a verb.
Verb?
Yeah,
Let's do a verb.
keep some action going.
Scott,
Ooh.
5 minutes on the clock.
I'm waiting for some sort of confirmation, but I feel like you guys are waiting for me with the word.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I always
okay.
have the 5 minutes up as soon as it's
Okay.
like,
Well,
it's never away.
maybe tell me that. I don't know. Your word, and this is a verb. This is a
Okay.
verb.
Okay.
Your word as a verb, an action, is bum.
Bum?
Yeah, like I guess like to bum a cigarette or to bum around. Maybe there's a homeless guy that lives under this lodge.
Or somebody's trying to pass somebody a dart on top of the mountain.
I like both
You can't
ideas.
smoke here, man. The snow's flammable. It's a
But
powder.
Sean saying that there's a homeless guy underneath the lodge immediately just kind of makes me want to draw a little tent and then just a guy chilling.
I couldn't imagine a worse place to set up camp. Because you know, like at night they repowder the hills, right? Like they've got like the floodlights and like the machines and shit.
I'm imagining those videos you see where you get that.
He's
like
not even
light-
under what where the shelter is. He's outside front.
Yep. Well, he doesn't
Sorry,
want to get
Scott.
squished.
What are
He
you
doesn't want to get
imagining?
squished in case of an avalanche.
Or a
No,
wild breeze?
all I can think of those videos of like you get a field and it has this like thin layer of like white, like a cotton like material that comes off of seeds or something, and like you can light it and you see the kind of fire ripple out. I don't know.
Yeah, like those videos of the eucalyptus pollen being lit up.
Is that what that is? Then
I think so.
yeah.
I think it's eucalyptus.
I'm gonna, cause yeah, that sounds like what it might be. How the fuck do you spell eucalyptus?
Eucalyptus. Eucalyptus.
EU. Oh my god. Okay, I got
EU.
it. I got it.
Yeah. Eucalyptus.
Fire. Let's see if that's what's. Yeah, because I can picture the video in my head, but I don't know. But yeah, you get that kind of thing. That's what I'm imagining for the snow. It's just
Yeah,
a
it's not
layer
actually
of
snow.
that,
They cheaped out and used eucalyptus pollen.
but like
Well,
a
it's like
single stray butt going into it, and it just lights the whole thing up.
I love how he stressed so hard that this was a noun and he still drew a fucking a verb. Sorry, I stressed so hard that this was a verb and he still drew a bum. He's not bumming anything.
Well, no, they're smoking, so he.
Also, he's gonna fucking start a fire with this.
Yeah. So he's got this little tent, his little
on this
fire.
eucalyptus pollen.
He's just kind of chilling there. He's got his little bindle. I tried to draw a bindle.
He's bumming. He's bumming around.
Yeah, he's just he is a bum, but he is actively bumming.
And did he bum us? Did he
Got
bum
a long road ahead.
Oh, my hand twitched as I wanted to write, "Can I have a cigarette in a speech balloon?"
No, the context is here already. We don't need to. It's not a political cartoon.
It's not.
We have to have faith. We have to faith in our ability to present context in itself.
Now, how much time do we have left on the clock?
Just 2 minutes 5 seconds.
I'm gonna draw a bum in the sky. Is that okay? Just a little bum. Just
Like a bum.
Like a
little butt.
Like a
Like
little
a butt.
I
mean, the prompt was a verb.
Yeah, that's a noun.
Oh,
Remember,
Draw God bumming a cigarette off of Jesus.
yeah, that's the one
Simba
thing,
and Mufasa, if you prefer.
the one thing God can't do is quit.
Okay, wait, hold on. Do you want me to draw Mufasa in the sky?
Oh, I mean, as long as he's bumming a cigarette off of Simba.
I'm gonna try and draw Simba extra tiny, and then
I feel like you have like 20 seconds left on the clock right now.
Yeah, hold on.
A minute 20.
I can do it. And he's gonna have a little smoke, and he's gonna be smoking.
Oh, I thought you were gonna draw him in the clouds. I was looking up there, like, where the fuck are you?
I have a vision.
Oh, I got
What is that? What's that little creature?
That's Simba.
Hey, look like Simba I ever saw.
He bummed a cigarette off of his ghost dad in the sky.
What is that cheekbone? What in the fuck? That's the boof. Simba. Pass the boof. You have forgotten Puff Puff Pass and have thus forgotten me in my Ray-Bans.
Yeah, I don't know why when I think Mufasa, I just think eyebrows, and that's all I drew for him.
I thought
Those are
those were his eyes.
eyebrows. Oh, give
I
him Pokemon eyes. You know, like
I
those
don't know
like
if we can put a
triangles.
smiley face there. Isn't that too reminiscent of an emoticon? Oh, that's
He's
time anyway.
blushing.
Perfect,
Blushing.
That's
What's the
perfect.
little frowny there? I don't get it.
Yeah, like the emotion should be on Mufasa's face, not
I'm googling
indicated.
Mufasa. Does he even have big eyebrows?
I mean, he's a lion. Don't lions just have big eyebrows?
I
Aren't
don't
they
think
just
so. I think
aren't
you're
their
thinking
faces
of
just all
huskies.
eyebrow?
He
I
does have very expressive eyebrows, but they're like pretty manicured actually.
um I like drawing big eyebrows.
They they don't call it a pride for nothing.
All right, what do we? Let's get a non-English word in here.
Scott,
Uh-oh.
5 minutes on the clock.
Stop
5 minutes
yelling at
later.
Scott. He knows how many minutes to put on the clock. It already went off. He's just gonna hit play as soon as I give you the thing. Stop yelling at him. He works harder than any of us.
That's not true.
Scott, Scott.
Justin.
Um, when Sean give the word, if you wouldn't mind, I'm sorry. I appreciate you.
Please,
It's okay.
please, and thank you, Scott.
Please, and
It's
thank
I'm
you.
the only one not concerned here.
All right. I no, just he made a really good point, and like I do appreciate you, and I want to make sure that your work is acknowledged. Um. Anyway, Sean, what's the word?
It's an adjective,
It's an
Ooh,
adjective.
and it's little.
Little. Okay.
little.
Every time I raise my voice, our viewer count goes up by one, and I'm pretty sure it's Tamberly in the next room, wondering what's going on.
Just to figure out what the fuck you're doing.
All right. So little.
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 Little?
Maybe this dude skiing is just, doing like a little, like he's got like a little boy with him, little son. He's teaching how to ski,
Aw, wholesome.
like my dad did with me.
Were you also falling over
Yeah,
like
yeah, I
this?
know. There's a story of me that my dad loves to tell when we were skiing that it was right after like a fresh like powder. It was like then we did like a long weekend ski trip, and like the next morning we were skiing at like 8 a.m. and I wanted to do they had the one of the hills was like it was for like ramps and like I wouldn't say stunts, it was like pretty low key. And so the snow was all packed from the skiers from the morning, but the snow after the ramps hadn't been packed because it was on the ramp. You get airtime. And I didn't get as much airtime because I was like 8. And I remember he talks a lot about how I remember this, but he tells this story a lot where I went off the ramp and then landed in the powder snow that wasn't packed. And then my momentum carried, like when I landed, my skis stayed exactly where they were. And my momentum carried through, popped me out of my skis from the quick release, like the safety things. And I like face planted. So he was like, Sean, are you okay? But then started laughing because the skis were like literally parallel, like the perfect, like exactly where I landed. I popped it completely out of the skis perfectly, and then just face planted into the hard packed snow outside of it.
That is absolutely something I could see like in a cartoon.
It was cartoonish. Like it doesn't sound real. Like if I didn't have my dad and my sister to back the story up, it would not sound real.
as as a parent, also at the same time, those stories where your kid hurts themselves are hilarious. Like my mom has a story where, as a toddler, I ran full tilt and then tripped and smashed my forehead into one of those like old school like heating like radiator things. And she's
Oh
like,
yeah.
and
It's
you stood up
hilarious.
and you were fine and you had a bruise, but you
Kids are
didn't.
indestructible.
I
Oh yeah, and if they don't realize they got hurt, they
Yeah,
won't say a thing. If you just stay quiet after they bump their head, especially when they're really little, they have no social cue to cry for help because they're not thinking of it.
I do the same thing with Tamberly when she hurts herself. So Justin, I don't want this to be a whole big thing.
Yeah.
I know how you can get, but that child is larger than the parent.
Oh,
The prompt was little, and the kid's
yeah,
bigger.
and like I get that he's
Oh,
slightly more in the
let's see some more
foreground.
Justin fucking Photoshop magic here.
Whoa.
This was not your plan all along.
No, I
Those
don't
little
think
skis. Oh no! I mean,
Now
you know
this
what?
is-
That's on the parent for taking him off a double black diamond. Like, look at this, how steep that fucking hill is.
Guy, can I draw a sign with 2 black diamonds on it? Does that count
Well,
as words?
would that be actually in like
Let him get it out of his
Steamville?
system. It would be. It
Okay,
would be.
then it's
And he's just
fair.
desperate to draw some signs, so
Yeah.
let's let him. What I don't get is why are there like little smudges where you free transformed that, because it's all white.
Just
Why does it
to
leave
say,
those little artifacts there?
What? What do you mean little smudges?
under
like-
the big skier?
Yeah. The big skier just.
Wait, what do you mean little black smudges?
Oh no. I don't know why. That's a triangle.
Yeah.
This is the D all over again.
I
It's black diamond.
Oh,
Like a rhombus. A rhombus.
for some reason I also pictured a triangle as
right,
well.
okay, right. Okay, sweet. I'm not.
Like make a rectangle, turn it sideways.
There we go.
Hey,
Yeah, like
wow.
just make a
Holy shit.
rectangle.
He can draw a
That'll
butt in 2 seconds. He can't draw a fucking diamond.
I-
D.
Okay,
Save his life.
I've had this our friend Sid, who is a very skilled artist, her and I were having this conversation about penmanship, and we both sucked penmanship wise. And I
Yeah,
figured
handwriting.
2, 1. There's time.
cool. So her and I had this conversation where we both have terrible penmanship, and she's an amazing artist, and I draw, and like, but she's like, people are always like, well, you draw so good, why can't you write well? Because I practice one, and I have practiced drawing way more butts than I have drawing diamonds.
It is all about what you do frequently.
Do you know how much?
Yeah.
Do you know how much prime cheekage I have looked at in my life? And do you know how many
A lot.
diamonds I've looked
Prime
at?
cheekage.
Prime cheekage.
Prime cheekage.
Justin's a
cheekage.
fine connoisseur. He only eats the best.
He's a sommelier of the
Yeah.
human ass.
What's the word for foodie? But it's asses.
I don't know. Assy?
Uh,
It's just whatever they're an expert on with an E on the end.
no. It's connoisseur.
Oh, we have a winner. Ding, ding, ding.
Bing.
Ding, ding. Motherfucking ding.
All right, Scott.
Sorry, I got this demonetized again.
I don't care. I mean, we're not being demonetized. The money is going to Eric Clapton.
That's true. We're helping Eric Clapton.
The clapper.
Because clearly he needs it.
I love that song.
Oh,
It has the hook right at the beginning.
I
It shows it puts its whole stock right at the front, and then that's it, man. Like they know what they had. They knew what they had.
Yeah.
Justin, I'm really interested to see you take this next prompt
all right, Scott.
without speech bubbles, without signs,
Scott,
without arrows.
would you please put 5 minutes on the board, please?
I suppose it
I
could.
don't know why you're yelling at him like that.
For the views.
You raised your voice at him. Your prompt is tale, Tale, as in a story.
Ooh.
Let's see how you do this with no speech bubbles. My first instinct is that the bum is telling a story.
But a campfire. And
Why
then
the
it's like
campfire?
telling stories around a campfire.
So who's he telling it to?
The other
He's
guy.
a bum. He's probably just fucking. Yeah, he's telling it to these guys on the ski hill.
Wait, aren't there
What
like...
if he's telling a story with smoke signals? That's not a speech bubble. That's not a sign. That's not an arrow.
That's true.
I'm gonna. So Simba's over here smoking. I was just gonna grab him and move him over here. So now it's a
Is Simba not a part of the little or he is going to be at the bonfire?
Yeah, no, he was already there. If that is Simba. Um,
What? That looks like a little like
Yeah.
little dog, like a fox or something smoking in dirt.
then it is.
It's Simba nut.
Mufasa's not even like ethereal or like a little bit transparent or anything either. It's
He's
like
just-
just a fully articulated like lion's head in the sky. Like, he's not made of clouds or anything.
That's just the sun in this universe.
That's fair.
So the bum here is telling a story. I'm gonna erase his bin.
Why don't you just make him gesture as though he's telling a story? It doesn't need a
Yeah.
speech bubble or anything. He's got no arms, so you could like Justin, draw his arms like this.
Okay.
I'm making the pose. I'm making the pose that you need to draw his arms in.
Are you?
Yeah, no, in real life, I'm making the pose. Justin knows. Justin can figure it out. What are these like little smudgy artifacts
I was
that are
just about
happening?
to say, it seems to be around the edges of where you're putting the transform tool.
This drawing is haunted, dude.
What? I don't even know what you guys are talking about.
Do you not see it?
I believe he doesn't see it. I played Baldur's Gate with Justin for 11 hours yesterday.
Okay, put your cursor under the ski of the larger ski guy. Okay?
Okay.
Okay, I'm just gonna give it a minute to move it around so I know you're okay. So go down a little bit. Right there. Do you not see
Little smudges.
that? Yeah, okay, you do see it.
You can't
right?
erase it though.
Oh no, there we go.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, they're gone.
Okay, because I know I'm not crazy because it's on the Twitch stream, so that means everybody else sees it.
That didn't do anything. Justin, do you not see them? Can you
Nope.
confirm or deny that you
Nope.
see them?
I see them now.
Oh, okay.
There we go, and they're gone.
Christ on a cracker.
Sean and I are just literally going insane.
No,
Shared psychosis.
Yeah.
And it was this big, Simba. I swear to God, it was this big.
It was this fucking big. I swear to
It was
God.
this fucking big. I swear to God. Yes, Scott, Justin and I played Baldur's Gate for 11 hours straight yesterday.
Jesus.
Oh my God. So we went bowling on Saturday, and the physicality of bowling on Saturday mixed with the not moving at fucking all on Sunday. I don't know what my body wanted from me, but it was the response of, you are both overworked and underworked, but you're gonna hurt today.
Oh no. Oh.
So I don't know if you were thinking this. So Sean, was that what you were thinking? The hobo here is
No,
just...
I wanted his arms like this.
Okay, my bad.
He looks like he's dancing to a Bengal song.
Who are the Bengals?
Walk like an Egyptian.
That's
Oh, yeah.
okay. That's a little racist.
Blame the Bengals. I don't know.
Why is it leaving those little smudges, man? I don't get it.
Oh,
I don't get it at all.
Oh, okay. Hold on. I have my feathering set weird.
I couldn't. Yeah, I couldn't. Go
Feathering?
through that
Why is
again.
that even an option?
Sean and I were just absolutely at our fucking limits with the smudging.
I don't have to hear.
So I've been messing around with photography and like photo editing, and at about 10% feathering, it doesn't really show up in the photo, and you can do some cool effects. This is not a photo, so okay.
I don't know why 10% feathering sounds so funny. It sounds like it belongs in that song, but like 5%. Fuck, I don't know the lyrics to that song. Like 20% pain, that whatever that song is.
10% luck, 20% skill, 15% concentrated power.
And there's time.
God, all our money's going to Eric Clapton and then these other guys now. Why'd you put a mountain in the back?
Because okay, so the mountain was mentioned earlier on, and I forgot to draw it. And then as I was kind of sitting here, I was like, I gotta draw this mountain.
The mountain's what they're skiing on, isn't it?
Yeah, That's what I would assume. I don't know why they'd build a ski lodge on this mountain and then have those two perfectly much better mountains in the background
Let,
Well,
unskied.
those are the more professional hills, probably.
let's be
This is
perfectly
a
honest.
huge property.
None of us know what goes through the heads of people who buy ski resorts. Scott, do you mind throwing 5 minutes
I
on the
do.
clock for me?
I
The
do.
5 minutes are already there. He just needs to reset the clock. I feel like you live in this fantasy universe where Scott types in 5 minutes every 5 minutes.
I
You've used
literally
a timer
I
before,
click,
right? He just hits stop and then it goes back to and then he just waits to hit play again.
I click start, it goes, and then I click reset once it's beeped a few times.
All
That's
right.
all there is to it.
I
It's actually a lot easier since we stopped changing the amount of time for each one.
just
All right, well, let's do 7.5 minutes this time.
7.5 minutes are
Since
on
you're
the
being
clock.
so cocky about it.
What's our word?
I'm honestly just kind of hurt because you guys just really pulled the curtain back on that for me. I haven't had to do any editing for this at all. So as far as I'm concerned, and I have done editing, Scott is a wizard. Like I haven't had to touch
Pulling
it.
back the veil, man. We're taking the mask off of the majorly creative hour in a bit. And I hate to be the one to point this out. It's not even a bit anymore.
Oh no.
It's just an hour.
Yeah.
60 minutes.
Yeah.
I know we go like 5-10 minutes over sometimes.
Usually.
That's the bit.
Your word is a verb.
Oh.
Ooh.
Your word is recover.
Recover?
Recover.
Okay.
I feel like there's like a rescue mission going on in the background.
I was just
on one of these
about to
mountains.
say, somebody's stuck in the snow.
And this will be our instance of color where the rescue guys are orange.
It's an alternate universe where Justin Trudeau's brother gets saved.
Did he die on a ski lodge?
He died on a ski hill, yeah.
That's fucked up. And then he did blackface? That's messed up, man.
Yeah, maybe that was his way of coping.
Why would he die and then do blackface?
No, man. Justin Trudeau did blackface after his brother died. I don't know how it. I don't know how.
You know what? We all deal with grief in different ways. I don't think Trudeau did anything wrong.
Jesus.
Well, hold on, because there's a certain period of time between these two events. Oh, not as much as I thought. Holy shit.
he was just going through some stuff, you guys.
It was less than 3 years. So I don't know if that makes it better or not.
Justin.
Yeah.
How long have you and I known each other? 14 years. Is the answer.
Yeah. I was about
Can I ask you a question?
Sure.
Why is there random punctuation around the edges of the stream?
So when I was when I was doing it, I was thinking like I'm always thinking about like the comic aspect of it, and it was sort of a thing that like when I'm working on Stickmate, punctuation is part of that, and like I guess when I think of creativity and I think of writing, I think of how do I use like punctuation and writing to accent what I'm doing. And so the punctuation was more just kind of one of those things where in my head, if I have to think of the symbolism about how I create stuff, it's like I like to go either kind of over the top, or I like to create a question or like a break of some sort. And that's where the punctuation sort of came from, because it feels like the most appropriate symbol that applies to the art I create. It's like it's loud and it creates some questions.
Follow-up question.
I don't like that answer. Can I have another one?
No, I think that kind of works, but I do want to add to it. The exclamation point and the question mark, that they fit, like that makes sense with what you said. But
the apostrophe,
a comma or apostrophe, I guess it really depends.
It's up high, Scott, so it's an apostrophe. It's not the top.
It's below the search bar on Twitch, so maybe it's a comma.
It's a comma.
All right. So why?
Because, I don't know. Sometimes you take pauses, you add to lists, you want to break up a sentence a little bit. The comma is just that's your buddy there. That's your safe friend. You want to just like, oh, okay, hey, I'm I'm want to break up the sentence. So it's like, hey, I have these three things, and I want to list these three things. I don't want to throw too many ams into there, so that's the apostrophe for you. He's just
I
your
feel that.
he's your safe little buddy. So it's like, yeah,
I
you can create questions and you can be loud, but then the apostrophe comes in, and you're like, hey, I don't know, man. I like apples, oranges, and pears.
wait. You gotta. Yeah.
I feel
Yeah.
like that's a good explanation for why a comma exists.
Yeah.
I don't know that it's a good explanation for why it's in the frame of the stream.
Well, I'm just saying the comma's my boy. I use him often, and when it came down to adding a third symbol, it just kind of came naturally because it's the one I use so often.
He doesn't want to say
That
that he just
presupposes that you needed the symbols, though, and I'm asking why the symbols are here.
he does. Well, no. I think he kind of explained that. We may not necessarily agree, but like I get it.
I'm not disagreeing. I'm just asking questions. You know?
No, 100%.
I'm just peeling back the
I
foreskin
don't
of
know.
this stream and seeing what I can smell underneath.
It's conceptually loose, but like I don't know. It just made sense that it's like when I think about how I write and how I create, and starting out in comics, it was like the three symbols I used the most were those three, and they just made the most sense that if I'm gonna have a show, if I'm gonna be talking, I write the way I kind of talk, so those symbols make the most sense. I'm loud, I ask a lot of questions, and I list a lot of stuff. And those three symbols are my boys.
Yeah. I don't know. I find commas are they're very easy to overuse.
100%, and that's why I use them.
Yeah.
I don't know if anyone has watched the stream recently, but I don't have the strongest grasp on the English language, and so what was it we found?
Reading and writing in general.
What was it I found
Mr.
out was a
Mr. Ad
noun?
Nouns over here doesn't know the English language.
It wasn't any one individual word you found out was a noun. You just found out what nouns and verbs and adjectives and articles were.
Which
It
is
was.
great.
I think you found out that "and" isn't a noun. I think that's what happened. It was like a word. It was an article. They were like, "That's not a noun."
I don't know. I don't remember, but check out the previous episode if you're curious about what we're talking about.
Episode 9.
Episode 9.
Episode 9.
So I've drawn a little flag, and like I'm gonna draw like a little guy kind of just dying on the mountain here. But yeah, I've drawn a safety, like a helicopter, and he's being rescued.
I think that fits. Yeah. What was it? Was it just rescue?
I think so. Sean, what was the word?
Recover.
Recover. Okay.
Recover. We're so good at this.
Oh yeah. It's that extra 2.5 minutes really threw us off.
Make them orange. Make it orange. Make it orange. Make it orange.
Okay. Just sec.
Tilt that a little bit. Tilt that a little bit. Tilt that a little bit.
See that video, the person getting rescued in a helicopter and the thing
Yeah.
they're being carried, it just keeps spinning.
Spinning like crazy.
Like I laugh, but I think they were actually severely injured from that.
The bad day got worse.
Oh, there's
No, the thing that the patient's in, not the helicopter.
Maybe the hospital's in the other direction.
All right.
All right.
This is turning into quite a scene. This is actually really scenic.
Oh yeah.
The most coherent so far.
Yeah.
Which is crazy because there's no words or arrows.
And there's a lion head in the corner where the sun should be.
Yeah, but there's also a lion chilling by the fire, so you kind of just make the assumption like, oh, these guys know each other.
Is that what that is?
I guarantee you nobody is assuming that's a lion down there.
This does not read as a lion.
Cool.
It's like a very squat little like chihuahua.
Yeah, it is not giving feline.
All That's fine. You see the line.
There's also like no indication that it's like connected to the line in the sky at all. It just looks like the homeless man's dog, and he just feeds him cigarettes.
You're not wrong. In fact, you're very right.
So what we have is a lion in the sky just looking on with disdain.
Lion in the sky,
I can fly twice
Justin's so
as
fucking
high.
high.
Hey,
He put a lodge on stilts.
I
Not
want-
even stairs.
I want to
Sorry.
make it very known that I did not smoke marijuana before this shooting of this video.
Well,
You
I can
didn't
tell.
have
I can actually
your
hold a conversation with you today.
you didn't have your pre-stream coughing fit?
No, and that's actually why my throat's very clear today. I've cut back quite a bit in the last week and a half. And it's done wonders for keeping me sharp and clear. Go figure.
Wow. Go figure.
So that was the missing piece. Was
Well,
Who'd have thought that the missing piece to mental like cohesion would have been not ingesting substances that addle your mind?
Okay, it's a bit of a slippery slope, but I was kind of scared of my own mind. And then I started doing more like deep meditation and stretching and like taking better care of myself. And as I cut back, the gaps that were filled with, substances, I was meeting in a better way. So I've been actively trying to practice better mental health practices, and lo and fucking behold, they're working.
Is that what you do with practices? You practice them?
Right? Every day. Every single day you have to do them.
I hear that's the hard part.
But
it does get easier.
I've been having this conversation recently where apparently I've been seeming more on edge or aggressive or angry. and I can't stress it enough where it's like I'm actually feeling the best I have in a very long time. I'm having a great time, but everybody who I interact with thinks I'm pissed off, and I don't know what to do with that, but I'm actively trying to calibrate it.
Yeah, it's like, do you mask and like be what people expect you to be, or do you just be happy and risk them not understanding?
Right?
Justin screamed at me yesterday in a rage.
I'm sorry about that.
Justin beat me up and down the block yesterday.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that too.
I'm not. Your word
Scott
is determined.
Okay. What if it's just a guy on the mountain in the backdrop here trying to just climb to the top?
What if the dude that they're trying to rescue in the helicopter is refusing rescue because he's determined to climb to the top of the mountain?
Ooh, so what do
Determined
we
to summit it?
indicate that with like his hand put out in like a no thank you position?
Yeah, like this.
Oh, okay,
Oh,
I could.
yeah.
Yeah, like he holds
Totally.
his hands up like that. Yeah, you guys get it. I'm gonna use the little boys' room real quick, even though I'm a big boy. I'll be right back.
I'm gonna
I
draw
never
a guy actively. So should I draw him with like a really just messed up leg?
Oh yeah, it should be clear that he needs to be recovered.
So I'm gonna draw one leg, kind of just climbing like that. So and then I'm gonna draw the other one as a zigzag. And there we go.
And it's like stretched out. What did he do?
he fell.
Like his leg is longer than him. There is more leg than man.
And then we're gonna draw another guy up here who's just like, he's just dead.
Yeah, actually, recover isn't meant to mean picking him up. Recover is to recover the body of his friend. Or actually, no, it's his enemy. They were racing each other to the top. It was just a massive dick measuring contest, and they're both losing.
Um, you know what? I want to show that the guy right there is still alive. So, well, the guy who with the messed up leg, but this guy is dead.
Oh yeah.
The dick measuring contest happened. Apparently, there was an avalanche, and he's still going.
Well, he's determined, right?
Um,
That was the word.
I'm
Not
going.
just imagining that.
I'm going to erase the flag here and put it in his hand.
Yeah, like what was the flag supposed to be anyway?
To my knowledge, climbers and people who summit mountains carry flags and other obvious items of identification that in the case of emergency they can plant down for viewability.
I just realized that that's supposed to be like a guy with a little holding a little flag. He's got like a squiggly little leg. I thought it was just like a crack in the snow. I was
It's
like, damn,
the
we're adding some depth to this one.
it's the glacier breaking apart because of abnormally high winter temperatures.
These guys already endured an avalanche. Like that. I'm gonna.
They'd be at the bottom of the mountain if that was the case.
No, they're tough. That's
It
why
was a
it's-
little
They're
avalanche.
built different. A couple of tons of snow aren't going to tumble them down that mountain.
You guys ever see the video where this kid jumps off like a 3-story building and just hits the ground and then stands up and is like, I'm built different. How?
He died
just-
like right after that.
I hope so.
He was in shock. I swear. There's
And-
no way.
Okay. I do have a story. There was a period of time in which I was courting an individual, and we thought it would be fun to go up onto the roof of my garage and look at the stars. In the process of this happening, the ladder that we used to get up to the roof got knocked over. I'm not pointing fingers, but it wasn't my fault, and there was 2 people there. So we get up onto the roof. The ladder's on the floor, in the lawn, and I'm just thinking, great. How are we gonna get down? But also, I was a teenage boy, and I'm also like, I'm up on the roof looking at stars with a girl. The ladder can wait. Fast forward 30 minutes, she gets cold, and now the biggest problem of all is actually just the problem.
You made it a full 30 minutes?
It got cold really fast. Shut up.
I got you.
So I think, okay, what we're looking at right here is a 10-foot drop. I am 5'8".
3, 2, 1 time.
I don't see any determination at all.
Well, he's determined to keep going,
Yeah.
even though his leg's broken.
Yeah, he's still climbing. The other guy's dead.
Yeah.
Oh,
So-
okay.
So you're 10 feet off the ground.
So we're 10 feet off the ground. I am up on the garage. And all I'm thinking is, that drop doesn't look so big. So my thoughts were, from every parkour video I have watched, which is a lot, I'm thinking I'm going to lower myself as much as I can. I'm going to hop off this roof, and then I'm going to roll out of it, stand on my feet, grab the ladder, line it up, and then she can climb down. I'm the hero, badass Jason Bourne. What happened was, when I hopped off the roof, turns out to roll out of a jump, you have to go pretty head first.
Mhm.
I went feet first.
Oh, no.
So
No, you're supposed to do that.
I did not roll. I planted down 10 feet to the ground, and I kneed myself in the chin. Do you know how hard you have to hit something to knee yourself in the chin?
Yeah, and that's why it's funny.
I remember 3 moments. The moment I pushed off the roof, the moment of airlessness, of being in the air, and then the crunch I heard on impact, followed by a moment of darkness, And then I was looking up at her, looking down at me still from the roof. I set the ladder back up and we went inside and we hung out a little bit, but I felt like I had a ghost in me. And then as soon as she left,
It ghosted me.
It hurt.
I feel like I know how you feel. I feel like there's a skeleton in me.
Like a chill, and I didn't address that it was pain until after she had left, and I sat on the couch and immediately started like weeping as my entire body was like, "Hey, remember this was gravity, dude. You're a big boy. You should not be jumping from that height."
Were the stars at least worth it?
Do you mean the ones in the sky or the ones that
The ones that he saw?
Or the ones that broke the darkness back into my consciousness?
Justin.
Yes.
Your word is cookie.
Hooky?
Cookie.
Cookie?
Chocolate chip, peanut butter, oatmeal, oatmeal raisin, oatmeal chocolate chip, oatmeal peanut butter.
I need 2 more examples.
Subway?
Shortbread. This shouldn't be this hard.
Okay, so immediately I'm just gonna draw a big cookie, but I'm thinking we draw.
Just draw a big cookie in the sky. That's a crutch.
No.
Get your curse out of there. Get your curse out of Mufasa's mouth.
Hear me out. He's gonna be holding it. He's eating the cookie.
Mufasa?
Yeah.
You're just gonna put a cookie in the sky?
I'm gonna draw his arm.
Happy with that? You're gonna draw Mufasa's arm eating a cookie?
Yeah, I'm drawing it now.
Nothing? You guys ever see that video? This old like pizza video from the 90s? This guy wants extra cheese with nothing.
Oh yeah.
Nothing?
Yeah, that became like a meme on TikTok recently.
I love the guy's face. Nothing?
Give me an extra cheese with nothing.
Nothing?
I don't know.
What the fuck? Is this like a chip witch? Like a frozen, like an ice cream sandwich?
That's exactly what it looks
This
like.
makes less sense. Well, you're adding more detail, but it doesn't. It looks like a Big Mac.
Yeah, it does look more hamburger bun than
Sesame
cookie.
seed bun. He's holding it sideways.
That is an unusual way to hold a cheeseburger.
I don't. Just looks like a taco.
Or a wallet.
Yeah, he's returning the wallet to Simba.
So,
One of the guys on the mountain dropped it.
Listen, I don't think the shape of the outside was the problem.
what was the problem?
What are those little ridges? Like those little details you put on the side there?
I don't know, cause like when I think of a cookie, I think like mounds, like
What?
No, but on the side.
You said you didn't smoke before this?
Oh no, okay.
Oh, is that his finger?
They're supposed to be his fingers.
Oh,
He's got some long ass fingers.
but he also not like holding the cookie at all.
Okay,
I think that's fine there.
Yeah, he's holding it against his palm with his thumb. Oh no,
fingers are all that necessary. Okay, well that's good. No, this is heading in a direction I can get behind this.
Yeah, but who holds a cookie like that?
Mufasa?
He really wants to. Yeah, he's really holding on tight to that son of a
He's
bitch. Put some
scared
cracks through
somebody
the
to
cookie
take it.
because he's got a grip on that.
Yeah, well, he thinks the helicopter's coming for the cookie because he has no concept of rescuing people because he just shows no mercy.
Because he wasn't rescued. He died to a bunch of hyenas.
That's true. He died thinking, well, there's no possible way anything could save me. Not from the
It's
sky.
not some sort of flying metal device that could come swoop me down and kill me. This is actually kind of fucking with his perception of reality that there is. Because he's like, where was that for me?
Yeah.
He also didn't die to hyenas. He died to a stampede.
You know, it's funny you said that, but it didn't even click to me that you were wrong. I just pictured what actually happened and didn't think you had said it incorrectly.
I just know that when we publish this, everybody in the Major Maker forums is going to be like, Sean said this in episode 10, and that's not the case.
Yeah,
Yeah,
sorry in advance.
we should get around to
You know,
setting that
how
up.
our fans can be.
Oh yeah,
The Major Maker
Brandon
subreddit, they're always
can be vicious.
Yeah, the only person actively in that subreddit is Tamberly and my mom, and they are both very vicious about how they
very critical.
Yeah, I've got an
Very
alt
critical
account
of,
in there so I can avoid the ban.
the content, the plot holes, the details, my penis size. And then Tamberly is also very critical as well.
you know what? Scott,
Justin,
could you throw 1 minute on the clock and
we still have 12 seconds left on the other.
We're still working on Cookie, man.
Oh no. Okay, so I'm gonna draw some crumbs falling.
Well, you have 4, 3, 2, 1 anyway. So, all right, let's give you a minute on the clock.
Minute on the clock. All right, Sean.
What is the minute for?
We're gonna.
No. You're not in control of this segment. I decide how much time goes on the clock. I decide the words. Your word is pawn. Pawn.
Wait, how much time on the clock though?
47 minutes.
Yeah,
No.
47 minutes on the clock.
Let's give him 3. Let's give him 3. Let's give him 3 minutes.
3. Okay, 3 minutes on the clock, and you already give the word. So go.
Pawn. Pawn. And it's the word type is all. I didn't set it to noun or verb, so it could be to pawn something like at a pawn shop. It could be the chess piece.
Can I just draw Rick Harrison from memory down in the bottom right hand of the corner?
Who the fuck is that? What are you talking about?
Rick Harrison from Pawn Stars.
I love that. Yeah.
And then
let me wait. You think you might be retarded? Let me call my guy who's an expert on retards.
Now, Scott, when I'm gonna draw this from memory, and
he just looks like a thumb with a goatee.
Oh, that's true.
So, Scott, if you could just hold up put up a picture of Rick Harrison,
yeah, after
the fact, so we can just compare of how I did from memory.
So we can judge you. Is that a goatee, or is he like doing a rocker like finger thing?
Yeah, no, he's doing the devil's horns. He's right in front of his chin. Scott, when you edit this, just do like a quick superimpose, like just it fades in and then it fades out real quick right now over this. And then but set it to like the you guys ever play Pokemon Platinum?
Yeah.
Where like the unknown come in. Oh no, it's Pokemon Crystal, sorry, where the unknown come in, they go make that noise happen above it.
I'll see what I can do. I haven't played Crystal in a very long time. I did a Let's Play of it like years ago now.
I'll probably replay that on a yearly basis. But recently I've not recently, the last couple of years I've been getting into like ROM hacks, and there's a ROM hack called Fool's Gold that it's just a crystal ROM hack, but they change the types and designs of every Pokemon that's in Crystal. It's really cool. Spinarak is like a ghost type.
Ooh.
I really like it.
I don't know, I've never really tried any of the hacks, but I could see how
man, you're missing out. There's some difficulty hacks that are really fun. There's some like
I think I'd enjoy that.
Really
just like having as much Pokemon experience as I do. I think a challenge would be nice.
Yeah. Radical Red then is really good for you. Because it goes a little hard into the difficulty, but there's so many options of like ways to manipulate the game for yourself that it's kind of just
there's
it's
actually
super cool. Like all the Pokemon are like they update it constantly. All the Pokemon are in it.
Yeah, nice.
You can do like a randomizer mode. Like they update some of the they update stats for a lot of the Pokemon to make them more viable. Like Area Dose is actually it's like one of my favorite Pokemon visually, like design wise, but it sucks in the main games. It's actually good in Radical Red.
All right.
There's a lot of stuff like that.
I think I've drawn Rick Harrison to the best of my abilities.
It's pretty good. You really got his signature smirk down.
They honestly, that wasn't even the focus. I really wanted to get the chin, but I thank you for noticing that.
His iconic smirk.
All right. So, let's I think that's as good a place to end it as ever.
I think so too, Super Mario.
This is so wonderful. All right, so we're going to
I
move
think
on.
that's
We're going to
good place to end it.
We're going to move down to the bottom left of the image now.
I could hear that eye roll. He can only roll one of his eyes too. It's crazy.
I can roll both. They just have to be separate.
They just at separate speeds.
All right, throw my signature down. Scott, what are you going to do for your signature today?
I'm gonna do whatever you're gonna do for my signature today.
You don't want to give me that power. What do you want for
Oh,
your
I
signature?
do. I want to see it corrupt you.
Draw mine as an eggplant, but with a big butt.
Okay.
Please.
Just a sec.
Please and thank you.
I hate how easy that was for me. I should have gone to art college. This is
Oh
What do
yeah.
you do for a living? I'm sure it's just as good.
Scott, for you, I'm just gonna draw a hammer and a sickle. Is that okay?
Solid.
And welcome to drawing the communism symbol from memory. Today we are drawing the communism symbol from memory. So
Hammer and sickle.
does this okay? So the symbol, I know the handles cross.
Yeah.
And then the sickle part is like that. Is that accurate?
That's good enough.
Good enough. Okay,
The sickle's a little disproportionate to the hammer, but that's fine.
that's fine. Sickles are pretty big instruments.
Like communism, this signature is flawed deeply.
Well, this is really scenic and wonderful. Honestly, there's
Yeah.
a lot of little things going on. We got Rick Harrison at the bottom of the hill, ready to just collect. Some dad is watching his kid die. There are two.
He's not watching. He's not paying any attention.
He's just gutting it.
He's got the wind in his hair. He's carefree.
This is great. All right.
That's great. I love it.
It's so good.
It's so good. That's great. I love it. That's my Jimmy Fallon impression. You guys like it?
It's uncanny.
You guys didn't see me throwing my hands into the air.
So thank you for joining tonight, for coming on this adventure, for taking in this scenic beauty, this Renaissance painting. Thank you, Scott, and thank you, Sean, for joining me. Make sure you go outside and you see the sun. Look right into it. Don't look away. If you're taking care of plants, stop it. And in general, life is short, so indulge in those vices. Stop going to AA. Thank you so much for coming in and checking out the Majorly Creative Hour and a bit. And I hope that you and everyone you know has an okay day. Because what is a good day anymore? Do you guys have anything you'd like to add right to the end there?
This is really fun. When does the stream start? So I feel like we could bring a lot of this energy forward into that.
Thank you for popping in, and have a good night.